Alright guys, welcome to my Q&A. This is celebrating me receiving 25,000 subscribers. You guys were asking for this, and so here it is. So just kick back, relax, and I'm going to be answering a bunch of questions that you guys sent in, and I have them all out in front of me. It's actually over 2 pages of questions, so this is going to be a long video. So if you want to pull up some other tabs and do some stuff and just kick back and listen to this, that is totally okay. I won't be showing you guys or anything, so I'm just going to be answering any questions that you guys sent in, and I've tried to answer as many as I can. Unfortunately, I will not be answering all of them just because there's so many. And really the only question I won't be answering is I did get several questions about my political views and stuff like that, and I don't want to get political just because that'll leave people arguing, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to be answering questions from anything else. So let's get started. First question is, I seem kind of bummed after visiting Cedar Point. Like it wasn't living up to the hyper praise. Can you please explain? Sure. So, listen, I wasn't disappointed. The park met my expectations because the hype was so high for what Cedar Point is. So, if I seem kind of bummed, I'm sorry, I wasn't. Cedar Point is currently my favorite park. I thought it was great. I mean, it offers just such a unique experience. So some people are under the impression that I don't like Cedar Point or something like that, and that's completely false. I'm sorry if I'm giving off that impression. And I think also some people think that because I parody so many of Cedar Point's roller coasters, that's just because, it's coaster parodies. It's supposed to be fun. They're not meant to be taken seriously. So if you feel that I don't like Cedar Point, I'm sorry. It's not true. In 10 years, which manufacturer do you think will be number one? Oh, I think you got to go with RMC or B&M. Just because they are on top of the game right now. I think in 10 years they're still going to be on top, pushing the envelope and doing things that us coaster enthusiasts are just going to love. What do I think of Six Flags switching their CEO? I'm fine with it. I just am more concerned about the videos that Six Flags puts out every year. Is Jim Reid Anderson still going to be doing being front of the camera? Because that's what I like. But I think that if the new guy has good ideas and kind of does some things to Six Flags that we'll like, then I'm okay with it. And Jim Reid Anderson is still involved, so that's totally fine. What theme park websites do I recommend? I recommend 2 main ones, Screamscape and RCDB. Those are my go-tos for everything. Screamscape has all of the latest news. They are on top of everything. Lance Hart does a great job running that site. And RCDB, that just has everything you could possibly want to know about these roller coasters. It has all the facts, and they have facts about everything. And so that is a great go-to website. And if you're just looking for general information on theme parks, then, I mean, Wikipedia has always got stuff. What do you think the best restraint is for a roller coaster? I got to go with the B&M clamshell restraint just because I think it's the most comfy, and it's not small or anything, but it keeps you in place, and in combination with the backrest that you're sitting in, and I just think it's very comfortable. When did I first start liking roller coasters? I was probably, I gotta say, in the middle of like 7th grade or something like that. I don't know what age that is, but that was when I went to Disney World and Universal, and that got me into roller coasters. For those of you that watch my channel, then you know that the Incredible Hulk coaster was the one that got me into roller coasters. So it is kind of sad to see them removing it, but at least they're rebuilding it. Do you not like making any of your videos? That's an interesting question. Yes, actually. I don't like making park battles because they take freaking forever. And for those of you that watch my videos for a while, I tend to not watch my own videos just because I think it's a little weird. The only exceptions to that is I will rewatch my parodies and my park footage videos, like from opening days of parks and stuff like that. I like that kind of thing. And I also like rewatching my off-ride footage. But like any voiceover videos, I just don't watch them. So I'm not a fan of my own park battles, but I keep on making them every once in a while because other people like them. But if you see me not posting them as often, it is because I'm not a fan of them. Let's see. What memberships are you a part of? Have you attended any events from some? So I'm currently not a member of any coaster enthusiast clubs. I have attended ACE events though, and I love ACE. I think they are fantastic. So I will strongly support ACE. I think they're fantastic, and I think if I was to join a club anytime soon, it would be ACE. And I've actually been very close to joining. I don't know why I haven't. I just haven't. Nothing against them though. I think they're great. Do I play an instrument? No, I have no musical talent. What's my favorite sport or favorite sports team? I'm not a big sports watcher. I'll watch like the Winter Olympics, but that's about it. I mean, my dad's a big tennis player, so I'll watch some tennis every now and then. I don't watch football or basketball, so I don't have a favorite sports team. Do I play any video games, Rollercoaster Tycoon or No Limits? No, I'm not a big video game player. Even Rollercoaster Tycoon, which is something that deals with my interests, I'm not a fan of video games. So I don't play them. So at this point, you guys are probably wondering, what do I do? I don't do any of that. So I like being in theater and acting and stuff like that. So I'm involved with things like that. And in combination with that and my roller coaster channel, I'm pretty busy. So the next question is, what theater productions have I been in, and what's my favorite? So I've been in, let's see, Peter Pan, Pride and Prejudice, Dracula, Go Ask Alice, Ghost Chasers. I student directed Oklahoma. Let's see, other ones I've been in. I was in Robin Hood. I was in Tarzan. So I've been in a lot. My favorite was Dracula. I love that show. But yeah, I've been in a lot of productions. What's the best food at a park that I've eaten? Hands down, Dollywood cinnamon bread. That stuff is heavenly. There's lots of great food though, but that is definitely my favorite. Do you think B&M will ever make Strata coasters? That's a tough one. I think it all depends on if they decide to make more launch coasters in the future. I don't think they'll be making a Strata coaster anytime soon. But, I mean, in 10, 20 years, who knows? I mean, we never thought B&M would be making Giga coasters, and here they are. So, that's a tough one. But I don't think they'll be making one anytime soon. But I'm definitely not saying absolutely no way, because I think anything is possible. What does it take to become an enthusiast? Is there a club that you need to join? Do you need to reach a certain coaster count? How do you officially know that you're an enthusiast and not a part of the general public? So, clearly this user is probably new to the coaster enthusiast community, and so he's wondering how do you get involved? How do you know that you're an enthusiast? And I don't think you need to join a club or have a certain coaster count. I think that when you start riding more roller coasters, that will definitely help and kind of change your perspective. But I don't think that you have to have a certain coaster count or anything to become an enthusiast. Anyone can become an enthusiast. All they have to do is have that passion for roller coasters and amusement parks. So, I mean, you could not have a very big coaster count at all and be a fan of them. So, absolutely, I think that you can become an enthusiast for basically just liking roller coasters. How do I feel when I upload a video? Do you watch your own videos? So I already answered the do I watch my own videos, but how do I feel when I post a video? I don't know. I'm more concerned about like how many views it's gonna get, or like sometimes I'll be worried with certain videos of like how well they'll do. But when I post a video, I don't know. It's just kind of a routine thing because I try to have a new video up every day, so I don't really think much about it. Do I have a favorite coaster parody? Oh man. Yeah, this is my favorite segment that I do. They're so much fun, and I really like them. So having a favorite, that's tough. I mean, I like the Mean Streak one. I like Top of the Dragster, the Superman Ride of Steel. That one I posted a while ago, but I still like that one. I think Millennium Force turned out great. I mean, I gave a bug a funeral in that video, so Desert Storm, I mean, you gotta love that last boardroom scene in that video. It's hilarious. That's my favorite scene I've done in a video. But in terms of favorite coaster parody, I don't know if I have one that I just is my absolute favorite, but there are several that I really enjoy. Why do I never say bye at the end of a video? I always say like catch you guys next time or something like that. Why is that? It's just a habit. I like saying catch you guys next time because it's implying that people watching my videos will come and watch more in the future. But I don't know. I just don't say bye. It's just something. I don't know. I just do. I'm sorry. It's just, yeah. After what happened with the Smiler, would I still ride it? Yeah, I think so. I think that as long as it seems safe when I see it, then yeah, I'll ride it. I think that after they reopen it, they're going to make sure that it's doing better and that there's no problems. And they'll try to work all that out in this 9 months that it's been down. So, yeah, I would ride it. How old am I? I'm 18. My birthday's in November. So, this is coming out in February. So, I'll be 19 in November. Did I see Deadpool? No, I didn't. I don't see R-rated movies, and that leads into the next question. What religion am I? I'm Mormon, and so we don't watch R-rated movies, and I like the comic book character movies. I love, like, Marvel movies and DC movies are, like, my favorite, but no, I won't be seeing Deadpool just because I love my religion. I like being a part of it, and so I will not go see it. Do I have a girlfriend? I was asked this question in the last Q&A, and that was a while ago. So in this time, I would love to be able to say that things have changed, but no, I don't have a girlfriend. Darth Vader or Kylo Ren? That's a tough one. I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I like both of them. Darth Vader is just such an iconic character, but Kylo Ren's also new, so because we've only seen him in one movie, it's hard to judge that. I love the arc with Darth Vader, like from the beginning of the Star Wars series and seeing him at the end of Episode 6. So I love that character arc. Kylo Ren is just a pretty sweet character. So I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know if I can answer that question. What is the best inversion? I think I gotta go with the pretzel loop on flying coasters. I love how they're so forceful and it's just a wild experience. I think that's my favorite. Why don't I like Cobra rolls? It's probably just one of my least favorite inversions. I don't like the feeling that gets. I much prefer like Immelmans or dive loops and not something like this. It's not that I hate them, because some are fine. Like the one on Raptor is pretty good. I'm not a fan of the one on Dominator, but it's okay. So I don't hate them. It's just probably my least favorite inversion. I like others better. What do I use to edit my videos? So I use two video programs. I use Final Cut Pro, and that is for any video editing I need to do. And then for like the more PowerPoint type stuff with like countdowns and 5-year plans, I use Wondershare Video Editor. And I just go back and forth between the two just because they both offer different things. There's different things about them that I like. So they both complement each other. Why did I change my name from the Coaster Guy 14 to Coaster Studios? Wow, this is a pretty late question considering I did that a long time ago. I think Coaster Studios is a lot more professional, and to be honest, I never liked the Coaster Guy 14 name. That was when I was just getting a YouTube account just so I could post comments and videos, and that was just what I had as my channel name, but that was before I posted anything. And then when I started posting stuff, I wanted to make it more professional, and so I changed it to Coaster Studios, which I think was a great idea because Coaster Guy 14 is stupid. What new coaster opening this year am I most excited for? This is an easy one. Lightning Rod, coming into Dollywood. This will probably be the first coaster I ride in 2016, and I'm super excited for it. So, without a doubt, Lightning Rod. What do I want to do for a living? Anything that doesn't involve math. I hate math. I don't know. This is something that I'm still trying to work out. I'd like to work with like video or acting in some sort of form. Something along those, like, in the arts, or somewhere where I can utilize those skills that I have, but I don't really know. Would I rather eat a live chicken or 20 dead llamas? Probably a live chicken, just because eating 20 dead llamas would take a long time. That's kind of a weird question, but Yeah, I think I'd go with the live chicken. Do you have any tips for dealing with lines? Get some apps on your phone or something. I had some just go-to apps that are just pure time killers that I do. Or sometimes when I'm in lines at amusement parks, I'll start working on parodies, and I'll start working on some scripts for stuff. And that's just because it's time where you're waiting to get on the ride, and you have nothing that you are doing, and the fun TVs can only get so irritating. So I would say find some apps that you enjoy, or if you're with people, talk to them. Have a good conversation. If you're there with a friend, then that's what I'd recommend. What is the worst coaster manufacturer? I think I gotta go with Pinfari. I haven't liked a single one of their rides I've ridden. They're for the smaller parks, and I think that even manufacturers like Vekoma have some rides that are enjoyable. Pinfari, I just don't think there's anything redeeming about their coasters. Sorry if anyone that works for Pinfari is watching this video. I hope I didn't offend anyone. Why did I start my channel? So I've been asked this before. So I started making these coaster countdowns and park battles when I was younger, and I just had nothing to do with them. They were just kind of sitting there, and I made them for my own enjoyment. And then I met a YouTuber that I enjoyed and followed, and then so that got me started saying, oh, well, why don't I start a YouTube channel? And I never thought it would get very big, but here I am. So it was just kind of for my own enjoyment. I never thought that it'd actually go somewhere, but it picked up because I guess people liked the idea of coaster countdowns and park battles, and I've added lots more segments since. What park do I most recommend? See, this is a hard one because this isn't what is the best amusement park. This is what do I recommend that people visit. So I don't want to go with like a stereotypical answer like Cedar Point, because everyone wants to go to Cedar Point. So what do I recommend that maybe not everyone goes to, or like doesn't have as big of attendance as Cedar Point? So right off the top of my head, I would say Dollywood. I freaking love Dollywood, so I would definitely recommend that park. Or Hershey Park is a great one. I really enjoyed Carowinds. Of course, everyone wants to go to Carowinds now with Fury 325. I think that's just a hard one. In terms of like smaller parks, I think Maury's Piers is really cool, and I'd recommend visiting Maury's Piers if you get the chance, because that's a very different feel than other amusement parks. All right, you can ride any roller coaster in the world right now. What would it be? Oh man, right now, what roller coaster in the world would I ride? I think I'd go with probably a coaster over in like Asia or Europe, somewhere, some roller coaster far away that I'm not sure I will ever get to ride. Off the top of my head, I think Formula Rossa or the newly opened Flying Aces would be a great one to pick. Or maybe one over in Europe like Expedition G-Force looks sick. I think Terran would be cool, but it's not open, so I wouldn't want to ride it right now because they haven't done any testing. So I'd say probably one of those rides. What theme park YouTube channels do I follow? So I follow lots of channels. I follow basically all the major ones, and so I'm going to list off basically all the ones I follow, and these are basically all of the channels to follow. Like, if you don't follow any of these channels, you absolutely should. These are all great YouTube channels, and they all complement each other. They all provide something different. So if you haven't already, I would recommend following CoasterBot, In the Loop, iTheme Park, Coaster Force, Death by Illusion, Mako Madness, Park Journey, Coaster Kids, love those guys, Sharp Productions, Coaster Bob 62, The Coaster Views, James C., Coaster Crew, Upstop Media, they provide some stunning footage, and finally Coaster Crutchfield. Those are all great channels, and if you don't follow them, then you absolutely should. Those are the YouTube channels to follow. How do I post videos during weekdays? How do I balance it out with school? So this is a question that I get quite frequently. So a lot of the videos I will make on the weekends and then post them later. And then in terms of balancing out with school, I don't find it that hard. The only thing is sometimes when I have rehearsals and practice after school, I'll get home later than if I were to just come home from school on a normal day. So on the days I have rehearsal, it is harder to get stuff done, but it's definitely easier to get videos done when no one's around, and that way I can just sit back and record some audio or whatever. But I think the main thing is I do try to get most of my stuff done on the weekends, but obviously I can't get everything done. What is the most underrated roller coaster I've ridden? Underrated. I think one that comes to mind, I think, is like Batwing at Six Flags America, or Firehawk, or like Superman Ultimate Flight, the flying coaster. I think that those are awesome rides, and they're really super enjoyable. I'm a big flying coaster fan. Remember, my favorite inversion is the pretzel loop, so I'd say probably one of those. I find them very enjoyable, and they don't get enough credit, I don't think. How long does it take to make a coaster parody? So, the answer is it takes months, but I break it up into stages. So the script writing, that probably takes the longest, just because I work on that over such a long period of time. Like the one I use as an example is the Gatekeeper parody. Came out like 2 weeks ago, so early February. I started working on that script probably beginning of August or like end of July. So in all that time, I was working on the script and then finally got it recorded. And then once it's recorded, I'll sit down with Dakota and we'll record a bunch of parodies all at once. And so then I'll start working on some. So some of the parodies will just kind of sit there and not do anything. But then once I start working on them, it doesn't take that long to put the video to match with it. I should probably say it just takes a couple days. And then it just takes choosing the audio and stuff. The one that will take, the one part of it that will take a while is the scenes or getting the quotes. Because I'll try to get this quotes that are used in them way in advance. So whenever I'm at a park, I'll just say, hey, do you want to say a quote for a parody? And fans that I run into like that. And the scenes take longer because I'm looking for like specific people. And I mean, like, for instance, a 1 minute scene in a parody will probably take 20 to 30 minutes to film, depending on if I have any kids to work with or if it's all adults or something like that. So, yeah, it does take a while to make them. What's my favorite movie? Any Marvel movie or DC movies. I like the superhero films. In terms of which one I like the best, I don't know if I have a favorite. Man, I don't know. I'm a big Marvel movie fan, so I'd say probably one of those. What's my favorite Star Wars movie? Episode 3, which that's kind of one that I don't think a lot of people like. But it is one that I'm a big fan of. I'd say probably my second favorite was The Force Awakens, followed by Return of the Jedi. But I'm a big Episode 3 fan. I love the movie score for that movie. I love the story that it tells. Even if the script can be kind of cheesy at times, it's my favorite. Have I thought about starting a website for Coaster Studios? Yeah, I have. I'm just not that good with websites, so I've always procrastinated that and just never really got going. I think it'd be a great benefit, but I've just never really done it. But I think eventually you will see a Coaster Studios website. I just don't know when. What's my favorite color? Probably purple or red or blue, somewhere like that, like a dark purple or like a rich red or something like that. Apple or Android. I'm an Apple fan. I have an iPhone. I'm making this video on a Mac computer. Big Apple fan. We don't have any Androids in the house. If I was a taco, what would my toppings be? What would I have on me? Probably cheese. I'd probably have some lettuce on me. Tomato. Definitely some sour cream. And I see myself more as like a Cool Ranch taco, with like a hard shell. I think that definitely described me. If I could visit any European park, which one would I visit? Oh, oh man. Ones that come to mind are Fantasylandia. That park just has insane theming. Or Alton Towers looks super cool. I would want to visit it after the Smiler opens, so I could ride it. Port Aventura looks pretty sweet. So I'd say probably one of those. They all just look so cool, and I want to visit all of them. What is my favorite drop tower? I gotta go of ones that I've ridden. I gotta go with the one at King's Dominion, which is only like 45 minutes away from me, and I think it is a fantastic drop tower because you break so close to the bottom, and the drop just seems to last forever. I haven't ridden Lex Luthor or Zumanjaro yet, so I don't know if I'll like those better. But those are the ones that that's the one that I like the best. Although I do think actually Falcon's Fury would probably be my favorite, just because that looks nuts. Dick Kinzel or Matt Ouimet? Which one do you think was better? So, I think they're both probably great dudes. I haven't met either one of them, but I mean, they both did some great things for Cedar Fair. I think if I had to choose, I'd probably say Matt Ouimet. I'd like the direction that he's going in with Cedar Fair. I like how he's just what he's doing with it. But Dick Kinzel had some great things too. I think they're both great. What camera or microphone do I use? So this one right here, this microphone, is an Audio Technica 2020. Pretty great microphone. As you can see, it sounds pretty good. What camera do I use? I use a Canon Vixia HFR 500. It's a great camera. I'd recommend it. You get that crisp feel, 60 frames per second. You can film in different settings. So it's a great camera. I'd definitely recommend it. How's my car doing? For those of you that ever saw the Busch Gardens vlog where I broke down outside of the park, yeah, my car is pretty trashy. It's a pretty sketchy car. It works, but I can only drive 20 minutes away with it because it will overheat. So my days of driving to Kingston and Busch Gardens in that car are over. I'd have to get another car, which we're working on. It's just so expensive, and my car's too expensive to fix. You might as well just get a new one. There's just so many problems with it. Part of the car is duct taped because it broke, so we duct taped it. So how's my car doing? Not very good. What was my first roller coaster? I'd say probably Woodstock Express or like the Great Pumpkin Coaster. I don't really remember. My first big roller coaster was Loch Ness Monster. But the first one I rode, I'd say it was probably Woodstock Express. Back when it was called the Scooby-Doo Ghoster Coaster. What is my favorite TV show? And do I watch anime? I don't watch anime. Favorite TV show? Right now I'm really into The Flash. That's probably my favorite. Big fan of that show. I always like it when America's Got Talent comes on, just because some people are just so talented and it's so cool watching that. So probably one of those. Those are really the shows that I'm watching right now. How long does it take to edit a video? Not that long. Once I've recorded the audio, it's just piecing it together and then matching up the audio with what's on the screen and stuff like that. So it really depends on the type of video. I'd say probably the ones that take the least amount of time would be the off-ride footage. Coaster reviews don't take that long. But the countdowns and the 5-year plans probably take the same amount of time. And the park battles take a long time, but parodies absolutely take the longest. But I really enjoy making them, so I'm totally okay with it taking it that long. What is my favorite vegetable? I like celery with ranch dressing. That's pretty good. I don't know. I'm more of a fruit guy. My favorite fruit is pineapple. I'm a big pineapple fan. Why do I like the singing mushrooms? They just make me happy. Every time I see them, I smile. And I think it was great because I saw King's Dominion, what it was like before they had the singing mushrooms. And I know that a lot of people missed the singing mushrooms back when they didn't have it. And so having them back is great, and I like that they're here to stay. And whenever I go to Kingsman, I always say hi to them or watch them sing. They just make me happy. Is that too much to ask? Will the top 30 rides voted on by the fans ever return? Maybe. I think it just comes down to creating the form for it, because you have to get like every single roller coaster in the US on it, which that takes a while. So creating the form is probably the thing that I just have to sit down and do. I don't know. I might do it eventually, but I currently don't really have any plans to bring it back. But I'm not saying definitely no or absolutely yes. It's something that we'll see. What's my favorite subject in school? Probably theater. I like that because it's not your typical class. What's my coaster count right now? I'm at like 142 or something like that, and that will definitely change at the end of the summer. As you saw, I have a lot of roller coasters I'll be riding, so that will definitely change. But that's my current count right now. Did I invent park battles? Yeah. So, okay. I think I know why he's asking this question. So, some channels will kind of copy me and post their own park battles or whatever and kind of market them as their own, but really they're just copying me and taking a segment that I created and, and doing it. And, no, I don't like it when other channels do that because, I created coaster countdowns, park battles, these coaster reviews. No one else was doing them before I was. So, 5-year plans. So, if you see other channels doing them, that's because they watched my videos and said, hey, I'll do that too, which that's not how you should start a channel. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, do something original, do something that no one else is doing. That's how you'll get the views. How do I find all the people from the parodies? Where do they come from? And how do I know them? How hard is it to convince them to be a part of it? So a lot of the people that I know are just friends and family. People from school, people from church, coaster enthusiasts, stuff like that, and or family members. When I went out to Arizona this past summer, I got a lot of the family members to be in parodies. And if they're comfortable being in front of the camera or they're performers and stuff like that, then I think they like it, and it isn't too hard to convince them, I don't think. Some people, it is a little bit harder, but I think most people are okay with it, and they're because it's kind of a unique thing because not everyone is asked to do that. So I think people all in all like it. Dab or whip, which one is better? I'd say probably the whip. What's the longest line I've waited in? Probably it was around 3 or more hours. For the first time I rode Volcano, the blast coaster at King's Dominion, it was just packed. And that was when it was a very slow day. That was probably the longest line I've ever waited in. And I would never, ever wait in a line that long ever again. If I knew that it was going to be that long. At the time, it was the first time I'd ridden it. So I didn't know what it was like to see an empty queue or a full one. And so seeing at that time, I was just like, okay, we'll hop on this thing. And that was a bad idea. Inverted coasters or floorless coasters? I gotta go with inverted. I think B&M inverts are fantastic. Floorless coasters are fun, but the inverts are awesome. What type of music do I listen to? But I don't know, basically whatever's on the radio. So like the pop, kind of whatever's popular right now. That kind of thing. I don't really have a favorite song either. What's my favorite candy? I love anything gummy. So like gummy bears, gummy worms, Sour Patch Kids. This stuff rock. So I'd say probably that. What's my favorite soda? Probably Dr. Pepper. I am a soda drinker. So like I have the souvenir cups, and I just got mine for Cedar Fair. That's got unlimited free refills, so I'm pretty happy about that. What's my favorite dog breed? So, I'd say probably the dog that I have right now. I have a Papillon. She's pretty cute. She's over there sleeping right now, but I'm not going to turn the camera to see her. I also like I don't know, just any dog when they're a puppy is pretty cute. I like corgis. I like oh I don't know. I like the Australian shepherds. I think they're pretty cute. Um, what's the best ride experience I've ever had? Or in other words, the most memorable ride experience. Oh man. Best ride experience. See, this is tough because it doesn't necessarily have to be your favorite coaster. You have one specific experience that has stood out. Um, I think when I rode El Toro at night, front row was probably one of the best. I thought that experience was nuts. Um, I really enjoyed having the last ride of the day on Millennium Force when I was at Cedar Point. It's just because it was so cool. The train, everyone was clapping, super hype about it, and we got covered in bugs, so that was fun. I mean, there's been some great ride experiences. Those are two that kind of stand out. But also, anytime you have like ERT, like I've been on ERT on Rebel Yell, probably my best Rebel Yell ride experience was there. Or ERT on Intimidator 305 was super awesome, especially at night when it's like midnight. So those are some of the best ones. But I don't know if there's one that I specifically say was better than all the others. Would I ever consider making a separate channel for vlogs? I don't think so. I think for now I'll just stick with one channel. I know some channels will do that. They'll start another one. But I'd just rather post everything all on one channel. Just because then I feel like one channel wouldn't get as much attention as the other, and I don't want that. If I could demolish one roller coaster, what would it be? Probably a roller coaster at Kings Dominion, just because it's my home park, and it affects me more. So like I wouldn't choose a roller coaster in like California or a park far away from me, because then I wouldn't see the benefit. So I don't know, they already took down Shockwave, so I'd probably say Anaconda or the Hurler. I think both of those have. I think if I had to choose, I'd probably choose Anaconda, because I feel like a new roller coaster over the water there would be super awesome. Put like a B&M flying there, it'd be so cool. So I think if I could demolish one, probably pick Anaconda. Do I ever go fishing? No, I don't. I don't have good luck with fishing, but I do like other water activities. Like I like boating, tubing, and I'm a big wakeboarding fan. That's probably my favorite water activity. So I do those instead. How many pairs of cool socks do I have? I don't know. For those of you that don't know, I only wear cool socks, like socks with like random food on them. I don't wear white socks, so I just have lots of pairs. Let's see if do I have one? No, I don't have a pair of socks lying on the floor that I could. Oh wait, yes I do. All right, these are my pizza socks. See, it's got pizza on them. So yeah, I have lots of pair. I have like pizza socks. I have banana socks. I have fox socks. Like what does the sock say? I have mustache socks. I have bacon and egg socks. I have mermaid socks. Those are fun. I don't know the exact number, but it's probably like 8 or 9, maybe 10. Do I talk roller coasters with my friends, and do they get annoyed? So I don't really tend to talk roller coasters with my friends. Every once in a while, something will come up, but like I don't like go full out coaster enthusiast and like talk nerdy stuff with them. Just because that's not how I work. If I ever run into a fan or something they're interested in talking about that stuff, then sure, I'll talk about that. But like around my friend group, if we're talking roller coasters, it's because we're thinking about going to Kings Dominion together, or I was telling them about an amusement park I was just at, or something like that. So they because I don't talk to them about it that much, I don't think they get annoyed. But if they do, they'll probably say something. What's my opinion on water parks? I think water parks are good. They are great complements to the theme parks. I am not a big water park guy, so I don't really go in them unless it's like, Kings Dominion, Soak City, or I've been to Water Country USA. So I'd say, or I like Six Flags America's water park too. I think they're great for the people that enjoy them, but I don't really go in them. If I could have any accent, what would it be? Probably a British accent. I like British accents. Or Australian is pretty cool. I'd say probably one of those. What do my parents think of me YouTubing? They like it because it's I'm actually doing something with my life, not like playing video games, wasting my time. So I think that they like it. My dad will watch my own videos, which is super awkward, but I think that they like it. And the last question of the video is, if I was in charge of Cedar Point, would I have added Valraven? Great question to end with. I think that's an interesting question because I think that because we haven't seen the public response to Valraven, it's hard to say because I think a lot of people are going to like it, but those are going to be like the general public. As a coaster enthusiast, no, I don't think I would have added Valraven. If I had the same space to work with, I probably would have gone with a flying coaster or a GCI wind coaster, but I think that eventually you'll probably see one of those types of rides in the future. I think that Cedar Points just will, they're going to continue to add rides, so I think they'll get around to it. So this is just a different type of ride, but in a way it also provides something that they already have. So, I mean, they already have roller coasters with steep drops and stuff like that, but I think this will have probably the best drop of any roller coaster in the park. I mean, maybe Millennium Forces will be better. I don't know. Hard to say because no one's ridden it, but I don't know. I think that if I knew that Cedar Point was going to add a flying coaster, a GCI, even like a 4D coaster, if I knew that they were going to add all of those in the future, then I think that a dive coaster I probably would have gone with because it's another roller coaster and it fit in the space that they had and it works with the midway. So I think it all depends on if they ever get around to adding those rides. Like if they never end up adding a flying coaster, then I would have chosen to add that instead of Valraven. So that is it for this 2016 February Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know when I'll be doing one of these again, but thanks to everyone who submitted questions. And if you're still watching this video right now, then really appreciate it. And so, of course, make sure to stay tuned for more. And I'll catch you guys next time. Or how about this? Bye.